Yo, we back with another episode of For the Love of the Game. Hold on for a second though. We gotta drop the intro.
What you do this for?
Seconds left, 3 seconds left. We down two. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You already know. You already rushing for three. We gonna let it go. We gonna let it go.
Let's go! Knicks win. Yo, this a Knicks channel with a little Spurs too. What you expect family to do? And I've been told y'all what Castle was gonna do. We cover NFL boxing and some hip hop. Click the notification so you can know when it drop. It's your boy, man.
Ooh, it's your boy, man. Hard Will, man. You already know. Back in the building with another episode of For the Love of the Game. And we love to be here. Remember that name too. I got my co-host with me, Christina Stats in the building. What's good, Chris?
What's up? Salutations.
Back again. Knicks win. Let's go. Gotta
Let's
give
go.
some applause for that. Gotta give some applause for that.
We do.
Even though it seemed like every time we gotta grind so hard for a game that should be so easy. I think
What do
that's why
you
you
think
see
that
them being tired.
is?
That's why you see them being tired.
But what do you think is the genesis of that? Like, why do we see why do we see them fatigued in games that they should not be experiencing fatigue with?
It's a great question. I think it's because remember when you said the other day that we both talked about it that they weren't playing the bench. Jordan Clarkson wasn't
Cor-
even getting any run. He made a post about saying how he peeped the energy or the vibe and he just fall
Sure
back because he
did.
didn't want to ruin it. But then they went to Utah. But before that, the game before that, we were saying that they looked really tired, and I was saying that Jordan Clarkson give us good minutes off the bench. The only reason why I'm saying that because that has something to do with the question. Guys are exhausted because if we can't throw in the bench and let the starters rest, right?
Hmm.
We got back-to-back games, and you cannot rest your starters and let them sit out, and even beat a team like the Pacers easily is a problem. But in the NBA, you can't really underestimate any team. It's going to be a dogfight. So I don't really knock them for having a tough game against the Pacers. Those are the games that they got to fight harder to win. Long as we win. But the tired piece is because we're not really in playing our bench like we was before. I think. So I don't know how we're going to get out of this, but we are tired. We are. We're very
We
tired.
are. We are. And I to me the one who is most visibly tired is Jalen. Like
Hmm.
the we played the Jazz. That's where I noticed it just was not the same Jalen Brunson that I saw. Like it was to the point where I felt like yo, he needs to get off the floor because
What did you see? Like what
he just he looked psychologically, emotionally, and physically drained.
drain?
He did drained.
Mm.
He just looked like honestly, like if I could just put it in like layman's terms, he looked like I'm tired of carrying this. I'm tired of doing all of this. I'm getting what's up, Hood? Um, I'm just feeling I'm not feeling this. Like I'm not giving everything. He just really looked like that. He wore it. He wore it.
Hmm.
Thank God, by the grace of God, he was able to shake it by the mid second quarter. But what if like Jalen just played a game the whole entire game that way? Like what would that look like for us? And right now, with the trajectory that we're in, we need to figure out how to lessen that type of fatigue for a
He had four
player.
points in the second half.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of, I mean, that's just a sign of fatigue, but it's not nothing to worry about. Because at least you know what the problem is. Sometimes players go through it and you don't even know what it is. At least that's the problem right there. He's tired. And that happens in the NBA. But the problem really is he shouldn't be tired because the bench should be playing more. But they can't play the bench if we fighting for our life in the fourth quarter. He has to put them back in. Every win count.
No, listen, it's an insidious cycle that we're seeing where it's
Uh huh.
like, you know, we already know this will. Like we know what it is. Like we either like tonight, we were strong in the first quarter, right?
Hmm.
And that gave us the cushion where we could it could have went either way, but from my perspective and my vantage point,
Hmm.
we gave ourselves enough cushion to keep that distance between us and the Pacers,
The
right?
Pacers. Hmm.
So great. But in the past, we have seen mediocrity in the front, and then we got to
Yes, I
work in
want
the
that.
end.
Hmm.
And I'm
Did
like,
you see the energy tonight?
I
That was my
did.
question.
I did. That
You saw
energy
more
was
energy tonight.
amazing. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Cause
Can I?
we lack. Go ahead, my bad. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, can I give you like my little spiel, like, really
Go
quickly?
ahead. Sure.
So, first of all, the Knicks versus the Pacers score was 101 to 8 to 92. Excuse me. Like I said, the Knicks controlled most of that game.
Hmm.
Our top performance was, of course, Jalen Brunson, 29 points, 7 assists, and he was efficiently scoring. Uh, I would say my number two was OG. He had 21
Hmm.
points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. Um, to me, he started coming to life. He started sparking up in the second quarter
Hmm.
because he was like on a run. He had a strong transition after his first
Hmm.
steal.
He's been playing
Mitchell
pretty well too.
Robinson, he has. He has. He,
Oh,
to
Mitch
me,
had a girl. I would get a game ball of Mitch.
okay. I just wanted to say
Okay, okay,
that
my bad.
OG is, to me, he's the two-way weapon that we have right now. He's starting to demonstrate that.
Hmm.
Mitch, he had a huge defensive impact tonight. He
Hmm.
had 12 points, 19 rebounds, 2 blocks,
Hmm.
and listen, he dominated the glass on the offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
So I really feel like Mitchell kind of was controlling the game, like the defensive part of the game tonight. And I was really,
Hmm.
really happy to see that. And then, of course, I got to mention my guy, Landry Shamet. I call him the ram in the bush. Like in the Holy Bible, we call somebody a ram in a bush when, and you probably are aware of this, when like everything looks like it's just like everything is on fire, and then here come the person that come out the burning bush, and they offer you something like it's okay, it's gonna be
Oh,
okay.
Landry.
Yes, that's my honest opinion about Landry, and I would
Okay,
love to hear the people tell me what they think, but that's my rundown.
okay. Well, the Knicks. I don't like. I said it's a tough game against Indiana, Eastern Conference, right? But
Yep.
I
Yeah.
don't think we
Yeah.
should be in a dogfight with them.
Hmm.
And I just feel like every time we win in a game, and I go and get something to drink, and I come back, they down by two or they down by three. You know,
The
that's like
Knicks.
saying no, the Knicks still up by three though only, but we
Okay.
was
Okay.
just up by
Okay.
12.
Uh huh.
So
Uh
it's
huh.
like yeah, so it's like the ball bounces. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
It's like if the ball don't bounce our way, we could lose these games, and I don't like games like that because we already have a lead. Like you said on your take from the beginning, we was up, but I did say it's a tough league. But Indiana is like one of the worst in the league this season because they don't have
Mhm.
Halliburton. That was a team that knocked us out. You see, that was that clip I put up when he was saying that he beat the Knicks and the Knicks fans. That was Halliburton right there. So if people have that type of mentality, they talk about you, they sent y'all home. Y'all supposed to be beating them bad.
What was
Y'all supposed to
that?
be beating the Pacers bad. And I'm not
Mhm.
saying every night we go out there we supposed to destroy our opponent. No, I'm not saying that. But Indiana, even Reggie Miller was commentating the game and he was talking smack because it's just being your blood. Like he used to play, beat the Knicks and do this to us. Like we suffered so long to where it's like y'all should know how much pain we went through and not create more. But it's not really. I think they're doing a great job. To be fair to them, it's just that, like I said, if I go get something to drink, the score changes and Brunson was on the bench, so the coach has to just put him right back in the game. And another thing, Mike Brown has to stop spitting in the cup. I'm sorry, I don't mean to come out of left field. I don't want to forget that.
That escalated
This man,
quickly.
this man is holding a cup. Yo, Mike Brown, the coach of the Knicks, he's holding a cup and he's spitting in it. Man, drink some water. I don't want to see you spit, bro. That's like I'm sitting here and I'm going,
Listen.
and it's dry too, and it's nah. Go ahead, I want to hear you stick up.
Didn't he take over July 2025, right?
He doing all right. He got a decent overall record as a coach. To be fair,
He
he
does.
just
He
need to stop
does.
spitting in cups. That's all.
He
That's kind
he
of
he.
crazy.
It is,
And keeps
and
the
it's kind of
cup in his
disgusting.
hand. Watch, you gonna
But
see that cup. You're gonna be weak. You're gonna be like, this man got a spit cup.
I've seen it once, to be fair. So, I know you being accurate there. Maybe that's just like his tick, like because like overall, like when I look at him, he just
Hmm.
has like this. He never looks like, yeah, like he just always looks like dismayed, like, I don't really know how this is gonna go. Like,
He
and
got a
it's
hard
like
job.
he does.
Very complicated.
Very. I want to speak more
I ain't mean to throw us off of it.
appreciative. No, no, you didn't. More appreciatively towards him than negatively. But the spitting in the cup, I think that that's like just one of his mental ticks that he does.
Yeah,
Like,
I
you know
know.
how
I
some
know.
people, so, that's why I be trying to
Yeah.
like give him a pass. Because
So
I
that don't
actually
take
think
away from his coaching ability. What you saying? Basically, we still think he's a decent coach. That can't
we,
really
we
affect.
going to give him some grace.
Okay, fine. I'm with you. I got you. I just felt like putting that in the universe because
No, you're right. It's kind of gross.
you ain't. I mean, he is kind of on the. He is playing. He ain't actually playing, but he playing. You know what I'm saying? He's in the game. I'm just saying, drink a little cold water, quench your thirst a little bit. That's probably why we suffering sometimes because my man dry. You can't be. I'm saying, think about it. This got to be. I got two waters right here. I have to be like you drink them, and it give you. You know what I mean?
It quenches your
Like
thirst.
right. If I keep, yo, bro, you're gonna be more dry. So now you in the desert now. Come on, you the coach in the garden. You can have whatever you want in that cup. Just saying. He can have
And we
whatever
don't
he
want to
want in
be in
that
the
cup.
desert.
He can have whatever he want in that cup. Mike Brown, you hear me? You know what I'm saying? You can have your little mug. They don't even know what's in there, bro. You can have your monster. Whatever you really need to get you over. Your Red
Whatever.
Bull. Yeah.
Whatever. Like,
I'm just saying, don't spit. Anything but that. You got a right to. Just saying. All right, we moving along from the joke side. But one thing I could say about the coach, when I seen his record, I said he has a pretty decent overall record.
you mean like as
And
assistant coach, right?
overall, no, when he was a
Okay.
coach of the Cavs, he was a head
Okay.
coach on another team. So when they show his overall as a head coach, he's
Hmm.
way over 500. Not way, I think he's 600 and something he's over 500. So
Okay,
like
I'm
he's
not
nowhere
sure.
near to having a bad record. But like I said, his one of his approaches is to me is not like our last coach about like how he communicate. I mean, maybe he think that's a better way. Tibbs was in their face yelling, and I did see them doing certain things like on defense better and certain things. But we'll see how it go. You can't judge them too early because they go into the playoffs, and that's when we're gonna have to really see the adjustments be made. So these
Yeah.
games really don't. I'm not gonna say they don't matter. We don't want to fall. We could fall out of our position, so we still gotta hold down where we at. But playoffs will be here real soon, real soon. This one we
Mhm.
is gonna get serious. Knicks fans gonna be sad, mad. It's gonna be tight. We don't know who we playing yet.
Will be honest
We
with you,
don't
I
know who
really
we
don't know if
playing.
I'm ready. I just, I don't, like, I have Knicks fatigue, and we spoke about this a couple of times.
Hmm.
Like, it's
Yeah.
just, you're right. You're right. And it's just as simple as that. Like, I just would like to see the strategy change. I would like to see the defense increase. Like I said before, that's really, to me, that's our Achilles heel. People understanding what their roles are. And you know what?
Hmm.
There's something I forgot to mention. We didn't see, Josh Hart was on the bench. He was injured or sick or whatever,
Yeah.
and Cat also wasn't
Right.
there as well. And
Hmm.
my other guy, his name is not Shamit, the one with the colorful hair. Um, not
Sohan,
saying
Jeremy
Sohan.
Sohan.
Sohan. Cause and I mentioned Sohan because Sohan came in when we played the Jazz, and
Hmm.
towards the end, and he started getting busy, and it's like I see so much potential in him, but I feel like they quench him. So I'm just throwing that out there. That's just something that I have observed. But
Hmm.
overall, with what we've been seeing, today was a better game. Could be due to certain things that you said, because it was the Indiana Pacers, the way that
Yeah.
they treated us. We got Reggie Miller talking smack, all of these things, all of these
Yeah.
components. When the guys was going up for their free throws, they was getting booed like crazy. I'm like, y'all
Hmm.
doing a lot right now, but
There was a
okay.
lot of Knicks fans there though, right?
It was, but I felt like it was throwing them off a little bit because
Because
I
they there.
can't, not because they there, because I seen it like affect, I think it was Jalen. He caught a foul and he had three free throws and he missed
Hmm.
two and got one. So I'm like, wow, they really are like, is this really getting to him? Like, is it really affecting
Hmm.
him and his mental? But
Yeah.
the answer probably was
Nah.
no. But um,
Yeah.
you never know. It's like it's a mixed bag. So
Hmm.
I'm just happy to see the structure of the game a little bit more identifiable and clear. Like
Hmm.
OG is clearly doing this. Like
Yeah.
what I think we need to do, we need to start guarding the perimeter. Like that's something that we need to do a lot better. But we're gonna be
We
proud
don't
of
have that many.
the.
We don't have that many perimeter defenders though. And you
There
just
you
said a
go.
lot.
There you
You
go.
just said a lot. The first thing you said, not just now but before, was the answer to what you just was trying to figure out. I want to just remind you. You said they look tired. So all the things in your what you just said you saw, to me, those are the things that you could do when you're tired. Those are mistakes you could make when you're tired. You say he missed two free throws. He could be fatigued. We went over early about how the bench wasn't playing for a while. Think about it.
Mhm.
Clarkson was
Mhm.
inactive.
Mhm.
Now he's active. So it's kind of like, and then he still got to put Brunson back in the game tonight late to make sure we win. You see, and that's the key part that I just wanted to bring back up, because if the bench is holding it down and we up by because we already had the lead, right? So why we keep always lose the lead, right? Hold the lead. So now the starters will be able to what? Stay on the bench and get rest. Another thing that you said that I think was the problem, Towns wasn't there. Other players that we need and we used to playing with wasn't there. So when we still win, and we know some like Towns is the main guy. So if he's
Mhm.
not there, and we still win, then if we look a little bad, that's probably why we used to Towns covering a lot of those spots where. But like you said earlier too, Mitchell Robinson had a great game. I would give the game ball to Mitchell Robinson because he has stepped up when Towns was out.
He did.
That's what
He
you
did.
gotta expect from second players. You know what I mean? Coming off the bench. So now you get an opportunity, do your thing, and he did that. So when you think about it now, it's really not a bad game in hindsight, because we got bench guys playing starter minutes. So eventually you get what you're trying to see. You'll get it soon, because now they'll get used to playing, finish guys off, win the game, and Brunson could stay on the bench and get rest for the next game. because that's what good teams do. They preserve their best players so that they can come on for the next game. And they don't have to go back
Agree.
on the floor. Look, we up by 15. What am I putting you back out there for? But
Yep.
on the Knicks, we up by 15. Next thing you know, we up by 7. What do the coach do? He look over there, come on, Brunson, and he putting Brunson back in the game.
Mhm.
Now
Mhm.
that's a problem.
Yeah,
If
it's a
that
recipe for
stops,
burnout.
then but I'll say this too before I pass to you. Clarkson, your boy Alvarado, I could say what they did last game and they came back down 15. I was watching the game. I actually thought we was gonna lose the game. And we shouldn't lose to Utah, you know. So for Alvarado and Jordan Clarkson used to play in Utah, and I think that has something to do with it. And I don't think it should be a situation where just because you played there that they're gonna let you play when this kid could do that all the time for us. You know what I mean? You know, Utah
Yeah.
did a whole celebration for him. And it's like they activated him because they knew they was going back to where he had a career. He played a long career in Utah. But
Mhm.
if he could just come out from not playing 5, 6 games, only going in for a couple minutes going in, and have 28 points, what does that tell you? That's bad coaching because why was he wasn't injured. He put a post up saying he don't know why y'all not playing him. And I mean, that's what it's about. He could speak freely about that because he's not sure. He's not injured. So that means that the coaching staff went another direction. That's a problem because that's why our main players look fatigued because you putting in a player that's not better than him and they can't hold it down on the floor
I
to
agree.
keep Brunson on the bench. Yeah, it's crazy.
It is. And like you said, to your point, when he did give his 2 cents on it, it seemed very much as if he was saying, like, I don't really understand. Like, you're not going to throw your coach underneath the bus, but it
Mm-hmm.
definitely made me feel like he's like, well, like he said it very plain and very short and sweet, but it
Mm-hmm.
gave the inclination, like, why you're not using me? Like,
Right.
I really, I don't understand, like,
I
why.
understand. But
So,
when you feel
yeah,
that way though, Chris, if they
I
putting
would.
somebody in the
Yes, I
game
would.
over you that's
Yes, I
not
would.
better than you,
Yes, I would.
and we not winning because of it. And the main reason why we got here because you asked why are these guys looking so tired, and I gave you an answer to that, and that's really what it be in the NBA. Guys come off the bench because the starters had a big enough lead, which our starters accumulate leads, right? And the next thing
Right.
you know, they take them out and the lead go away, and they can't get a long enough rest to stay off until they supposed. This is how it look. This is how it is right here. Until they supposed to go back in
Right.
because you supposed to be able to sit here until it's your time to go back in the game, not because we lost the 15-point lead. That's the big difference. And when you see teams, guys just resting with the towel, they know they don't cook y'all already, and they let the bench get ready for when we making a playoff run. So now the bench is getting minutes, and you preserving the starters so they don't look tired. When they come out the next game, they coming out with that same energy because you got to bring them in to have a bunch of energy in the third and fourth quarter for you to win the game. Every game we losing the lead. Every game, every game we got to win by this little point. That's why we win by a lot. We all like, yeah. But then
Yeah.
what? We lose. Then we lose to somebody we don't expect to lose to. That's because we not doing it in that fashion. Even though he was playing starters, I mean, excuse me, bench players early, because I gave him credit for that. I remember going on air saying he's doing what Tibbs wasn't, right? But then all out of
Yes, you
nowhere, he
did.
stopped. He stopped. So I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what he's going through. I listened to his post game. I don't know, Will. I don't know. I don't want to say something that,
He probably sees something in the locker room or in practice that we don't, and he try to
he
get you. Because
has to.
McBride is hurt too, so I do want to say that.
Correct.
Not to cut
Yeah.
you. Deuce McBride is going to be a big help with the bench. So, and this all, and I think we can move on after this, unless you got something else to say. We ain't going to drag the Knicks. We already been on for almost 30 minutes. But what I was going to say was, you said something about those guys. We talked about Alvarado, Clarkson. Oh, another guy. Can't miss his name. Diawara, the young guy from France, the rookie, right?
Hmm.
He's guarding up. He's shooting the ball good.
He
I
is.
just want to say, when Deuce come back, that looks something like a bench to me. because Alvarado is gonna hustle. He's gonna push it. He's gonna make. You see what Alvarado do? Alvarado is an NBA player that will always have an NBA career. He's not the tallest guy out there. He ain't can't shoot the ball so great. Let me tell you why he gonna have an NBA career. He make the little plays. If you running down court and he got the ball, he just gonna give it to you to get the bucket. If he running on the break, he ain't trying to do nothing but simple layup and get that layup in. You know what I'm saying? He gonna make the right pass to the corner, over the top to the big man. That's what he did in New Orleans. And he's bringing the energy. Even if his teammates ain't got the energy, he's coming in with the energy. That's why I love Jose Alvarado.
Second that.
Jordan
He's one.
Clarkson, he could do the same thing, but he has a thing where if you're not really giving him the minutes he think he deserved, then he not gonna play hard as he really could. So you gotta be careful with him. But being that he had these couple games, we gotta keep playing him off the bench with Alvarado. And when we get Deuce back and Diawara, them four guys, and whoever else they put in that lineup with them, that's a decent bench.
It
If you
is.
ask me, they might keep
It is.
Towns out there to let him be the big guy. Oh no, Mitch, excuse me, Mitch. That's a bench with Mitch. Listen, Mitch, I got a name for Mitch too. I just got to
What?
make sure I got it. I ain't gonna say it online. I'll tell you
Oh,
later.
okay, okay.
I got a nice name for Mitch. I don't think nobody said it yet. I can't say I got a name. I got to check and see if anybody ever called him that. But I'm like, we can make shirts for him and all that. We about to drop for the love of the game merch too. And then we gonna have the fire shirt. You see some of them down there. We gonna have the fire merch. Don't worry, it's coming soon. You're gonna be able to click the link, or we just show you on the website where you can go and get it. The hats, snaps, t-shirts. You know what I mean? We get into that real soon. But like I was saying, right? We about to have a decent bench. So if we have a decent bench, where we about to go? We just had a lot of back-to-back games, so I don't think our schedule is going to be too hectic, right? Most of the time, you go through your hectic part of your schedule, and then you get to a smooth out part. So hopefully we gonna have home games, and then a bunch. I gotta look at it. I'm in my Reddit. We don't have a tough schedule going out. I don't think. I'm not sure though. I gotta look at it again, right? But normally when we had a tough road schedule just now. I ain't gonna front. It was pretty
No,
tough.
we
It
did.
was late.
We did.
It was back to back. So that's just to give these guys a little bit of grace to say we're not really trying to dog y'all or talk bad. We know y'all had a tough schedule, but we got to tighten up. We going into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in with this. Like this is my last take on the Knicks. I'm happy to see the bench. Excuse me. I'm looking forward to see the bench. It looks promising when Deuce come back, and that will fix the problem that you seeing, Chris. That's like you don't like the fatigueness and everything, but now these guys will be able to finish the game because the coach is getting comfortable with Alvarado on the floor late after what he did in Utah. That's what happens for players and coaches. They say, but he know what Alvarado could do. He just got to do it now, and then he be like, I could leave him out there. You see, that's what happens, and then now he gonna be out there, not for Brunson, but he may be out there with Brunson or the lead. Brunson can stay off the court because that's what you want. You want to preserve your superstar. Let him sit for the rest of that game. What you going out there for? What if he get hurt? That's my last take on the Knicks.
You're absolutely right, and I'm glad that you said that because that was definitely something that I was thinking to say, but it didn't make it to my takes.
I
But
beat you to it. Yeah.
you did, you did. Would you like for me to give the stats,
Chris Stats, that's what
or
you
we
do.
done?
That's
All
what you
right, all
do.
right, all
You
right.
gotta
So
get his stats. I thought you had to take maybe instead of that. If you don't, go right into your stats.
now I just wanted to give you that because I definitely did observe the same thing regarding Alvarado. So as far as the New York
Cool.
Knicks are concerned, with field goals to 37 and 88, 42%, three
Mhm.
pointers 8 and 28, which is
Mhm.
29%. Free throws we're at 19 and 25, which is 76%. We have 58 rebounds this game, 11 offensive rebounds, 20
Mhm.
assists, 4 steals, 4 blocks, 12 turnovers, 46 points in the paint,
Okay.
and 6
Not
fast
bad,
break points. No, it's not bad at all.
but not great from three.
No, not great at
What
all.
about the Pacers?
Pacers was 26, so they wasn't really any better. They was 10-38. So we was
Mhm.
8-28, they was 10-38, so they 26.
That's the gap
Um
right there.
yeah, that's it. It's even Steven. Like they breaking even right
Yeah.
there. Field goals, we Pacers was 35, 89, so that was 39%. Free
Hmm.
throws, 12, 15. They did well there, 80%. Rebounds, 56, same as we have 58, they have 56. Offensive
Hmm.
rebounds, 7. Assists, 21. A little bit better than us. Steals, 6. Blocks, 3. Turnovers, 11. And points in the paint, 38. So we really ate them
Pull
in the
up to
points
my
in the
show
paint.
on YouTube. For the love of the game, we live right now. Pull up. So yeah, good game for the Knicks. Like I said, we
Mhm.
broke it down. We not gonna talk bad about the game too much because back to
We
back games
love the
they
game.
fatigue. Hopefully they fix the problem and start playing the guys the way we talked about it today. Moving forward. But you can't play guys that as a coach, and like I just was coaching kids not too long ago, and it's not NBA, but you want to win, right? So you're not gonna keep putting the bench out there if they're not doing what you need. That's why I say you see Alvarado doing certain stuff. Now I feel comfortable. Yeah, we can put him out there, and then boom, we win. Oh, all right, we're gonna move on to the next topic. We're gonna talk about the 50 Cent versus everybody situation for a little while before we get out of here. We got about 25 minutes to talk about this, even though it might go over. Even though we're not talking, yeah, we're not gonna go too crazy anyway, so it can't go over. But anyway, 50 dropped a couple of songs. Rather, Papoose dropped the song. You said you heard the record with Papoose, and I heard the record. Pretty decent record.
Mhm.
I think they said it was number 4 on or number 3 on the streaming platforms or something like that. It did pretty decent. So shout out to Papoose for that. Um, 50 Cent's response to me was hilarious. I don't know if you saw that. I'm not gonna show it. I'm just gonna. People they follow all these people. They see it on social media. We don't have to show it. But he
Mhm.
basically showed what I was trying to tell you, and this is gonna lead us right into our conversation. Right? He had a chart. 50 Cent had a chart, and he
Uh-huh.
showed how many music, how many albums Papoose had, and all that.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
Now, when we was talking backstage, and that's what I wanted to tell you backstage, but I didn't tell you because I said I don't want her to change her take because normally when I'm backstage with people and I tell them which way I'm going, they change their mind and they don't want to go against me. So I'll be like, I ain't gonna tell people what I think about they take or my take or which way I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna say I'm not gonna talk too crazy so they know I'm not gonna go too crazy. And that's what I told you. But I didn't agree with your take because
Okay.
you said, and you could say it again, or you could explain what you meant when you said that Papoose will always win for you
Mhm.
because he's the street, and you said something to that nature.
Mhm.
And in my mind, I thought of the chart, and I love Papoose. Come back over, come yeah. I love Papoose, and I'm from the street, but I thought of the chart because it's the rap business.
Okay.
It's the rap
You're thinking about
business,
the
right?
business perspective. Mhm.
No, okay, look, we all start in the street, right? This is
Right.
see, this is the inside joke. This is why 50 Cent is so witty. And I said it first. I love Pat. So I don't want it to make it seem like I'm just giving 50 Cent this godness of wittiness. No, I'm witty too. So if Pap's song was
Me
fire
too.
too, I said that already. It's fire. He had a lot of witty bars in that song. Let's be clear,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
But 50 Cent is real witty. Now let me just explain. There's so many enchondrous in there. Okay, we all wanted to be. We all is from the street, right? You have when you watch the 50 Cent story, he shows you the reason why he beefed with these same guys for all these years. Why he and I don't would never do this, and I don't like it, but it's just I always mention it because it's kind of crazy when you talk about somebody that passed away, just like they doing his mother now. So it's karma. It's not right. I don't believe in this, right? But he
Mhm.
talked about Irv when Irv passed away, right? And people
Mhm.
didn't understand why would you do something like that. But I'm saying to myself, you don't know this guy, you don't know the history. Because if you try to get me killed, I'm not saying I would do it because I'm not like him. But I understand him because he been like that. He didn't wake up yesterday and be this way. So I say to people who say, "Oh, why is he saying that?" They don't really know the story. And I say, I know I'm an OG, so maybe they don't really know what these guys went through. Like they put bombs in his house and Yayo's mother's house, and it's crazy stuff. So with that being said, right? Once you try to get somebody killed, number one, you can't tell somebody how they gonna get back, or how they should feel when someone that other something happens to that person. You don't have nothing to say. You should feel no way. So back to the point of the Papoose situation. It was about us being from the street, right? But when
Right.
you rap and you come from the street, you want to take your career from the street to somewhere else. Now, granted, I'm not gonna just diss Papoose and act like he's not somebody. He's made a good living off of hip hop, and he's actually made a name for himself. We talked about how he's black love. He did all this stuff, right? Fine,
Right.
but he's not on a 50 Cent level when it comes to music, because right when you hear Papoose rap in his car or put out something, we hear it, right? But you when you compare artists, 50 song is known all over the world because of how much albums were sold. So that's why the chart is like a double disc, because it's showing you that, bro, you never sold an album. Granted, it's dope rappers that never sold an album.
I'm letting you speak. I'm letting you
No, I'm
speak.
just saying it is. I'm about to pass it because I don't want to. We're gonna go back and forth, but I gotta let you catch up because I said a lot. But last thing I'm gonna say is, when you look at you said you saw it. He broke it down. How long? How many hit records? Now we think some of his records is hit records because we're from a culture. We're from New York City. We know all the records. We know all 50 Cent records. It's way more. That's fire. That I'm talking that people never heard. Like when I used to drive in my car to Jamaica Avenue to get the DJ Clues or these mixtapes that dropped that people never heard
We talking
because
about 50 or we talking about
there was
Pat?
no internet. 50 and Pap did the same thing, but Pap came after,
Okay.
or probably a little not after. When I watched the story, it had to be after. He could have been doing rap, but I didn't know of him to be first. And like I said, we come from the underground hip hop. So we just honor it more because we're from it. You know what I mean? You're from New York, so you know of more than somebody else. They probably know of Papoose because Remy or Carissa Shields,
Mm-hmm.
which is crazy to us. You know what I'm saying? Because we knew this guy forever. But go ahead. I know I had a lot to say. Your turn. I know you're going to forget your take.
No, no, I'm not gonna forget it. You, I'm learning well. Um, okay. I am definitely not at the caliber where you are with knowing the numbers and
Mm-hmm.
the quantifiable measurements with his billboard status, and none
Mm-hmm.
of that I know. I'm not gonna lie.
Cool.
I do know he is an artist. From
Does
my
it
vantage
matter?
point,
Does that
I'm
matter?
yep. Because I'm
Okay.
getting ready to go somewhere with it.
My bad.
No, 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 you good. He does have hit records. He had a backing that promoted him well. Do I think what you said earlier about him dropping double entendres? That's a big fat zero for me. I heard, and hear me out,
Mm-hmm.
50, I want to call him Curtis. Because,
Not the
like, now we're
song.
at the point, no, not the
Not the
song,
song, no, Chris. Okay, okay,
Curtis as the man.
okay.
We know, you and I know, that this is not a fool,
Mm-hmm.
but he dabbles in foolishness.
Mm-hmm.
So, what am I saying when I say that? from my vantage point where I'm at, I'm never going to respect him more. I don't care if he did bring that chart. He was absolutely right. He was right. The chart was accurate.
Hmm.
But and maybe I'm just the type of person that doesn't fit in well with like Hollywood and industry and stuff like that because I don't look at that only. I don't look at
Hmm.
what you did on Billboard. I don't look at I don't know. I don't know any notable wins that he won. Like maybe he might have got like a Source Awards. Like he's not he
A Hollywood star.
that's an accomplishment. But I think that 50 got into that realm because of his acting chops.
Oh, he
But
always wanted to do that.
he did, and he did it
Yeah,
successfully. So
right.
congratulations to him for
From
that.
Get Rich or Die Trying, he showed he wanted to get into that a little bit. I think
Right, he
with
did. And then
Eminem.
he
Yeah.
he had other things as well. And he had a film that really should have like skyrocketed him and it flopped, but whatever.
Hmm.
I'm not here to talk about that.
Hmm.
Agent Provocateur by Papoose was a better record than 50's record.
Now I wasn't
Why?
comparing records though.
No, I know you wasn't. I'm just
Okay.
giving my take. It was a better record.
Yeah.
Papoose, and it's another couple of other rappers know how to get real bad in your business, talking about your street credibility. Because if I'm not mistaken, he spoke about how 50 lied about being shot 9 times when really it was only five.
Hmm.
Um, and being from Queens,
Hmm.
as you and I both are, depending on
This
who
is
you
true.
talk to, that is an accurate fact.
Yeah.
So,
True.
okay, so you got popular because you lied and you said that you got shot 9 times. Because and then I think Pap said because you wanted to make yourself akin to Tupac. All right,
He
that's
did
fine.
make it like Tupac. Yeah.
Okay, me, and this is just me, my cloth that I'm cut from. I'm gonna
Hmm.
look at the underdog first because the underdog is really their motivation is different. Um, 50 doesn't have anything to prove. He has the money, he has the notoriety, he has the following. He doesn't even have to participate in this. But
Hmm.
now since you playing around, going speaking about people's mothers, just doing stuff that you just don't really I don't even understand how he has time to do it with
Hmm.
all of the other things that he's working on. So and like I said, like I had wrote a comment somewhere and like people was roasting me. I was like, Pap actually kept it light on this track. Like he could have really went in with more stuff. He kept it
You
light.
said they
I
came for
did.
your neck.
And it was like, ah, uh, no, something they said, it's like some weird remarks. I'm like, y'all niggas really cannot read because I said he kept it light. I happen to like Papoose' music because it is
Hmm.
lyrical. I am also a word
Hmm.
wizard, so I like to hear men get into
I
their
got you.
word wizardry back.
I got
I
you.
don't 50 Cent cannot do that. He's never displayed that. And that doesn't mean that not to me.
But you
And
said you didn't
listen,
know. That's what I was gonna say.
I'm
You said you didn't know
biased.
everything. You said you
Right.
didn't know
I'm
everything, so you got to go
right.
listen then to be
I'm
fair.
talking about like his hits. So like
Hmm.
they catchy. The only time that I could say that he got in his bag a little, not a little bit, a lot was the Many Man. I like that track.
But
Um,
Chris, can you be fair? Let me say. I don't mean to cut you. Let me just say
I,
this to you,
I,
right?
I'm
But
always gonna
you
be
want to
fair with
land? Go
him.
ahead. No, no. I know you're gonna be fair. No, I'm just saying. If you said to me, I I didn't know about certain things, and I'm gonna check them out. I'm gonna check it out, right? Just to hear for myself. I feel like you East Coast, you New York City East Coast. You're not just East Coast, you New York City. So that's different.
Hmm.
So it's like, well, just like I was saying, when I used to go to the Ave, Gertz Mall, I used to drive to these places and get these guys CDs, right? you
Mhm.
know about this stuff too.
Mhm. Mhm.
So it's like maybe some of the stuff didn't interest you at that age. I'm
Mhm.
older, right? Cool.
Mhm.
I'm older though. That's a big difference too, because a good
It
certain
is.
amount of years, that stuff is not even like it changes again. But the point I'm making to you is if you don't hear, but you heard his underground stuff, right? You would have to hear his because he don't. This the main point I was trying to make. The music that you mentioned, his commercial stuff, is the
Mhm.
stuff that the people that don't have the knowledge of hip hop know about. But you from the Mecca and you know about underground because you jacking Pac and you jacking a lot of other underground lyricists too because you from here. And I'm telling you that that man is I ain't going. I love Papoose, so I'm going out fair. I'm trying to stay in the middle as well with it, right?
Mhm.
But I
Mhm.
could tell you like this: 50 Cent music growing up, I ain't heard nobody do nothing like that before.
And this
And
is
I'm
the
gonna be real
underground
with you.
50.
Yeah, the stuff that did that like he has music that when he went to Dr. Dre and Eminem and them, he had his music written right probably or some, but he heard these beats and wrote to these beats. So you got to think, I'm Eminem, Dr. Dre right here, you 50, you come in here, they gonna tell you we need a commercial. They not putting out all that real gun cocking songs that I was hearing when they was going at it with Fat Joe and Rick Ross and all the underground stuff that I was going to get from Jamaica Ave playing in my car. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So it's a lot of stuff that people didn't hear that they just going off of in the club and mini men and what up gangster. Nah, that stuff can't even compete with the stuff I'm talking about.
Okay.
Honestly.
Well, then
It's like
I'm
stuff that's
guilty.
give you chills
Okay.
because this
So,
man singing on his hooks, he 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 just was shot. And then this is what I wanted to say before. All those people, Irv Gotti and them went to the record companies and told them do not sign 50 Cent. And Lucky Eminem came out of nowhere and gave him a shot. That's the reason why he has so much animosity against all these people. They and this probably why he acting like this now because they aligned against him. So when he see people aligning against him, you don't know if he having a flashback. They try to block him out the injury industry. Irv Gotti was in an interview and he said, "You MFing right." When I would call every office and tell them, "Don't sign that nigga. He was a risk and he was this and this and this." And when you do your research on 50 Cent's story, after he got shot, the next day the label dropped him. He was signed to Columbia. They dropped him because Irv
I do
Gotti
know
told him
that.
to drop him. Rest in peace, Irv. Because I'm not
Right?
throwing dirt on Irv's name. I'm just
No.
saying the story, right? Because I'm knowledgeable of this stuff. So that's all I'm telling you. To where there's so much stuff with it to where I don't even judge him because if somebody did some of this stuff to me, I don't know how I would treat these people. To be fair to him, and I said it earlier, I'm not crazy as him. So granted, I'm not gonna do nothing near the way he's doing anyway, because me and him is not the same. But I don't know if I would talk the way I'm talking if somebody did something to me. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna
I
talk and
do.
feel
I do.
different. Yeah, they tried to kill him. They do bombs in these people's houses and all that. Like people died. That's why some stuff I tell you we're not even gonna talk about. You know what I'm saying? The
I do.
henchmen's had beef with this stuff involved. It was too
Yes.
crazy.
Yes.
So we're
Yes.
not going that deep, but where we were is enough. When I talked about 50s music that never was heard really by the world. These songs that he playing now, he's fooling everybody. People writing in the comments, that's from 15 years ago. That was one of his bangers, and people think he just wrote that. I'm telling you, I know some of the lyrics of the songs. He playing everybody. That's why he calling himself the algorithm. He realizing that they don't even know his old stuff. He playing
Right.
crime wave stuff verses from this old stuff. They
Yeah, I
don't
did
know it. The
realize
internet
that.
wasn't popping. Mm-hmm.
I did. But I'm sorry. I don't want to cut you. I
You're not.
think,
No, I was finished. I cut. I can. I chimed in with you. But go ahead.
okay. I think my take on that, I'm coming from a place similar to you. Said, Chris, I wouldn't behave the way that he's behaving. But,
Mm-hmm.
then again, I don't know because people have died. And, I did know that people had died, but I didn't know that there was like bombs in the house and things of that nature. But this is what I'll say about 50 versus whoever. I don't think I don't think that this is the way that he should, like, this is not a blaze of glory to me. Um, it's not. I think he's better than this. We know that he's better than
Nah, I
this.
understand what you're saying. It just
Um,
sounded funny. I get you. Yeah.
we know he's better. He is smart. The man is. I don't even need to, to go into the analytics with that.
Right.
But I don't like how it looks. He's okay with how it looks, which is fine. He's a man. You got to live with what you do. But
Hmm.
for me, the way that I live my life, I study a very, very, very controversial psychologist named Sigmund Freud. And Sigmund Freud
Hmm.
believes in this pyramid, and it talks about uh, basic needs, right? So
Hmm.
on when you think of a pyramid, at the bottom it's larger. So like the basic needs, like we all need food, water, clothes, and then it increases as you go
Go.
higher in your
Hmm.
life, right?
Right.
So 50 Cent to me, with his age, with his his caliber, with his
Yeah.
pedigree, with everything that he's accomplished with his Hollywood star, he should be at a point where he is in the highest part of that pyramid, which is called self actualization. Not everybody gets to go there because everybody just won't have the resources. Everyone is just not going to put in the work. People are lazy. And we know that 50 is not lazy. Maybe Papoose was lazy because Papoose, lyrically, to me, from what I know, and I'm going to have to give it, you know what? I'm going to have to put a pen on that, a pin. And let me listen to the old music first before I say that Papoose is a better lyricist than 50s. Let me say that. So to me at this point, what he's doing looks nasty because it's like you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Why are you talking about these things when you have these things coming out? Like what is very flagrant to me is, who is he working with? Who are his business partners that are saying, you know what, that's fine. We'll allow you to do that. We'll allow you to behave this way
He's
and
his
we'll
own
continue to
boss
work
though.
with you.
He, you know
Well,
why?
clearly he
I
must
think
be
you.
in that realm because I wouldn't work with him. He is
No,
a
I think you.
liability.
No, I think you. I don't want to say you're getting it wrong, or you maybe looking at it wrong.
Cause
And
he
you
the
have a
reason why I
fair.
said
You
it,
have a right to your own opinion on how somebody's acting.
I
But
was
I
just looking
told
on
you
his
this.
IG, and it like
Yeah.
he had like
Yeah.
an alliance. I mean, not alliance. He was working with a company, and I was like, these niggas is like really.
You know he just got a $300 million deal in Shreveport.
Yes, I know.
They building a whole arena like
I
that,
know.
and they can't stop what he doing. All right, back to. I just wanted to say this because this has something to do with what you because you confused about how could that be and they not say what how could he talk like this but then do all that? I'm about to tell you. This shit is WWE, WWF, whatever you want to call it.
Really?
I'm I,
I
I'm
would have never
telling you this
thought
shit.
that.
It is. I'm not saying every specific thing, but when people making $1 million, millions of dollars off Instagram because we eating this stuff all up, think about it. All the comments, you people get paid off their social medias, right? So 50 Cent don't. He don't do business good. You said that already. He's a great businessman, right? So all people doing is bringing him money. Now, in this business, people don't care about your opinion when you bringing us money because it's going to be a pool of people that don't like you anyway and don't understand the business anyway. And they
Hmm.
fall right in that category. You know what I'm saying? To where they just don't understand and they not gonna like me anyway. They not my friend, they not my relative, they not gonna support me. So it comes to where you're not gonna care what these people think because they don't understand how the machine is working. Not saying that you have to care if he don't care. No, it's a mutual thing. I don't care to do business with him anyway. It's people that think that way and I respect those people. I'm like that. I'm more on integrity than taking a check if I don't like how somebody looks. Or like we talked about this, I might do business with them personally and not let everybody know because I'm a Muslim and I live by integrity. Some people have morals, and I understand where you're coming from. But I'm just trying to kind of like pull a thing back so you don't kind of look at it too wrong to where you could fully not understand. Because when you don't like something to that degree, then you don't just want to understand. You don't want to know nothing about it. And I don't want you to look at it that way. You don't have to like it, but it's not as bad as you think. Remember, I told you, T.I. sat in an interview at $1 million Worth of Game, and he said him and 50 talked about doing the verses. See, sometimes people give too much information to help you figure things out. So y'all was talking about it. So y'all could have talked about stirring up a beef too.
Sure could have.
50 doing
That's
antics, right? And this is the thing I wanted to mainly tell you before I forget. You the one told me about what he said in that book.
mhm. I
So
always think about that.
right. So we looking at new antics, and then that keep coming to our mind. And that keep coming to my mind because you put me onto that. So that shows you that when you put me onto that, that kind of stamps what I already assumed. That he playing everybody, and now he calling himself the algorithm. So he basically telling everybody that figured it out that they, yeah, you got it, you figured it out. You know I'm doing this just for the algorithm, then you figuring it out. If you taking it personal, then you not. The algorithm has no feeling.
Sure don't.
It's not taking anything personal,
Hmm. And it's polarizing.
and that's why I said it's double entendre. It's a metaphor. It's all of it because he didn't make a song. He put the thing up. He said, "I ain't talking about you," and then he put the thing up and showed no career, no this, no this, no this. And I said to you, you know about the street. And another thing I want to say before I forget, I might give Papoose the better lyricist. I might, and that's coming from me. I might give it to him, but I tell you this, I don't know if he's better because of that.
In what capacity? As a man or
Because
as
it's
just a
like
lyricist?
no, like no lyricist. I agree with
Okay.
you on you said he's a better lyricist, and I'm gonna tell you why I think I might give him that. But it's just like how I love Nas, and Nas is a great lyricist, right? But it's
Mhm.
some rappers that I might say is better than Nas. And it's hard as hell for me to say, but it's just true. Cause them records do a little bit something more for me or some shit. You know what I'm trying? Think about what I'm saying. Nas is fire. What he's saying be a little too deep to move you the way 50 Cent would move you. That's the same example I'm giving you in the Papoose and 50 Cent. Papoose gonna make you think, and 50 gonna make you laugh or entertain you more. You can't read a serious book the same way you gonna read an entertaining book.
We're going to have a deep dive about this.
No, we could, but do you get my point though?
Yes,
Hold
I
on, hold
do.
on.
I do.
I could vibe to a
I
serious
hear you.
lyricist song, and it got me in deep thought. But put on a different type of song may have me in a better mood. That's what I'm trying to say.
I
So
hear
I
you.
could probably appreciate the better mood song, but appreciate the lyricist at another in another format or in another setting you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh,
So it's
uh-huh,
like
uh-huh.
they not putting on nine shit in the club when we drunk and we trying to have us thinking. That's what I'm trying to say. We drinking in the club, we putting on that shit.
You read my mind. I was about to
We
say
putting
that,
on
damn,
that.
we not putting Nas in the club.
We putting on that. Oh, you done had to drink shit lit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
love my lyrics and shit that make me say, yo, you heard what he said? Oh shit, I had to bring that back. Or I ain't even get that. I've been heard that. I love that. Don't get me wrong, but think about this. This is my last point. All that lyrical shit could have went over niggas' head. That's why Papoose didn't get to
He
where he was trying to
definitely
soar.
did.
And when Eminem and Dr. Dre put 50 in there, all the shit that would have went over people's head, they didn't even get to hear.
Sure didn't.
They heard it's your birthday. They heard the bullshit.
They did.
That's not
You're right.
that's not the hard street shit I was driving in convertibles to. Man, what's my shit? Kill me, bitch. And in the street, and then the feel me. What? 50 got he got a whole mixtape of nothing but old school beats of the shit that your mother and my mother used to play when we was little. And he rhymed over all of them. Yeah. 50 got music like that where he playing old school beats and he
Was
making
that
this
his
music.
only Monica?
No. He got
It
so many. He got
wasn't.
stuff that where it's just like you know, and Get Rich or Die Trying, some of them them beats, the melodies, them shits was songs. Then he got when he was rhyming over old people shit. Then he got the G Unit shit. When they man, I'm telling you, Chris, go and listen to
I
put in
am.
YouTube
I am.
50
Fair is
Cent
fair.
over old school. I forget what it was called. He was rhyming over all night long and everything. Yeah,
Okay.
listen,
All
man.
right. I
I'm
know.
a
I know.
real Queens. When I could go to the Coliseum, Gertz Ave, the
Mm-hmm.
dude sitting outside with all the CDs on the cover on the
No,
sheet.
me too. He
I'm just a
just
little
was never
older
my
than you though.
vibe. Right. Right.
That's all it is. It's a little bit of age difference, and then some things you just wasn't you wasn't subject. They wasn't letting you be hearing that type of stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
was like doing things I wasn't supposed to be doing at 14. So think about that. At 15, I'm doing stuff I wasn't supposed to be doing, and you see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm
11.
saying.
Yeah.
Right. So that's or 16 or 17. So you still too young for that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And this man got shit that's better than music now. I'm telling you. I'm and I'm not listen. I remember when we had the leakware. We was backstage at a concert. This was big beef with 50 Cent in the industry. I'm walking backstage because everybody knew us. We was putting clothes on everybody. I see somebody walking by themselves with mad chains on. I'm like, who this? I get up, it's 50. I'm like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, yo, this man actually here by himself. And ever since that time, I was like, nah, son is official, son. I don't care. People could say whatever they. I seen this with my own eyes. He had How to Rob an Industry out. You know that song, right?
I do.
Okay, that song was out, and everybody was mad. Everybody was mad. I robbed Big Pun. He got to chase me in the street. He was walking around like that by himself, and people say, "Oh, watch the stories, man." Son was in Golden Gloves. Bimmy told the story. Bimmy said we used to go and watch him box and spar. 50 Cent was gonna be a boxer, so that's why 50 Cent ain't soft. And when they tell the stories about him being on the block, 134, Bingham Smurf just put it out. He said, "I don't like 50. I ain't down with nothing he doing, but son ain't soft. I'm not gonna come up here and act like 50 wasn't the boss and he wasn't had everybody under pressure." He said when Preem came over there and Preem said, "Come here for a second," and I'm only gonna tell this one part because this part bugged me out. You know who Preem is from the Supreme Team, the boss from the Bulletproof Trenches. He
Yes,
said
sir.
Preem put his hand on his head and said, "Come here, little nigga." He said, "You know what 50 did?" He said 50 put his hand on his head. This is what Smurf said. And this is Begum Smurf. He's not gonna lie, I don't think. I'm just repeating what I watched on the thing. So I ain't see this. I'm repeating what somebody said. And he said he couldn't believe it himself. He said from that day on, he said Preem couldn't believe it. He said he think when he did that, people noticed like, nah, son, and then next thing you know, he got shot. So when they say he got shot 9 times, he got shot 5 times. If I get shot 4 times, 3 times, 2 times, 1 time, it's on for life. I ain't been shot, so I know if somebody gets shot, they looking at that whole situation different than we are. That's lifetime beef. So they say he said he got shot 9 times and he got shot 5 times. So what? I don't think it's right for lying, but most rappers lie in their songs too. I don't think every line Papoose said was true.
I don't think so either.
Right.
Um,
So we have to be fair to that degree.
I was gonna ask you, what did you think about what he said about Floyd? Do you remember
Who?
that part? Yeah,
Oh,
50 and Floyd,
on
how their
Floyd slapped
relationship
him.
fizzled.
I
Hmm.
believe that because Floyd and 50 was together all the time, and 50 and them like to play with their hands. But I told you 50 was a boxer, so him and Floyd probably had a couple situations. But you know, Floyd ain't big like that. You know what I'm
No,
saying? So
he's
he could have
not. So
probably
that's why I
slapped
felt
50.
like.
I'm not doubting that.
Well, he said he
I'm just saying
snuffed him,
everything.
but
I'm just saying everything he's saying ain't true neither. So it's like if we could
mhm,
say that about him,
mhm.
then I can't be so detrimental on him if you say he
Right.
lied about something. It
No, I
goes both
understand.
ways.
Hmm.
We have to be fair. And as
We
far as
do.
comparing the artists, I pick 50 Cent. And I love Papoose. But there's just no challenge because he beat you on the major scale and he beat you underground. To me, I would give Papoose the lyricist, but I explained to me what's the difference in a lyricist and a good artist and an entertainer. Some of Papoose lyrical music is not going to entertain us in a setting of partying or even at a summer jam or concert because we're going to be turned up. We want to hear party records. That's more for us to be in the car thinking or getting us in a mood or that's a little different for me. I like it, but I don't know if I could credit it over these bangers,
But
over
can I
stuff.
ask you one question though, Will?
It's
Honestly,
the hook.
no.
You know that,
Listen,
right?
listen to me. It is the
Go ahead.
hood.
I'm sorry.
I
The hook
no,
makes
I
the song.
it does. But we're saying all of this, right? Do
Hmm.
you honestly think that Pap don't have the capacity to do what he's doing?
To do with who's doing
To
50?
do what 50's doing, to transition? Because like we spoke about Nas earlier,
Hmm.
Nas can tell us about the whole entire country of Africa,
Right.
right? But Nas could still turn around and drop a banger.
But
So
Nas got a
what I'm
casino.
saying, do you think no, not no, no, no. I'm talking about old Nas. Like I'm talking about
Hmm.
Nas like from forever. So
Hmm.
I'm talking about Stillmatic Nas.
Yeah.
How he had it was like a scale. So what I'm
I
saying
see what you're
is,
saying.
do you think that are you being influenced your decision by saying I'm a pick 50 because you think that he is more of a versatile person because he's able to do this and he's able to do that when really in all
No.
honesty
Hmm.
we were not giving a true view to what Papooses true capacity was because he just wasn't that type of a man. He was in love with his wife. He was doing a bit with his wife.
Yeah, but
He
that's not fair,
he let
Chris.
but wait. He let his career go. So that took away from us. We don't know what he's capable of. I'm sure that Papoose is capable of manipulating both sides. So what I'm saying is, are we
Hmm.
just picking someone because they're witty? Or are we saying that because he's witty, he's not witty? Or
No.
maybe we just haven't
Mm-mm.
seen him in that light
No,
yet.
I try to give you the perfect example of the club. That's why you fell out laughing when I
No,
said that
you
because
you
you thought
did, but
about
I'm
it.
just saying like just like now in
I
2026,
think your
right?
example. Hold on, let me say this before I forget. I think your example was pretty good with the Nas one, right?
Hmm.
But this is the part that I gotta correct you on. Nas is owning casinos now.
Hmm.
We elevate, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
50 don't even want to rap for these guys, Chris. Chris, he's calling himself the algorithm because they
He
have
is.
to mention his name for money.
Hmm.
If my name is at the top of the algorithm list, right? And you
Right.
mention me and you make money, that's why I said I tried to pull the thing to show you like this is all what it really is. If dudes are paying their bills off of this, think of this. This never existed before. People's social medias was never paying them, right? Now this
Right.
is a real thing. This right here is eventually gonna generate us revenue,
Hmm.
right? Or we wouldn't be doing this. Let's be fair, right? We're not doing this for fun, right? Cool. Same thing on that side. It's just that we think everything is real. But if they paying their bills off of it, we don't know if they negotiate to say, yo, I'm gonna say something about your moms. You know I'm just playing. Yo, how long we watch wrestling and we thought Hulk Hogan or whatever wrestlers you grew up to was real? I'm just saying, like,
A
the shit
long
never looked
time.
at
A
real.
long
The shit
time.
never looked at real, and we still you see grown folks sitting in the front row when them people walk by like they really like
Sure
that shit is
did.
real.
With
To
the
this
shirts
day, no, I'm
on.
talking about to this new WrestleMania that's on TV right now. You see
Uh-huh.
people in the front row in their 40s, like
No, I'm agreeing with you.
so.
Hmm.
I'm just showing you like now it's just trickled down because rap ain't really making money like it used to, right? You know that, right? If rappers are doing podcasts and different things because streaming and showing more of you to the fans, that's what they want to see, right? So rappers had to make a transition and learn that game out, right? Okay, if you see that, that's another sign showing us that it's things going on to help them make money because they're not making money the other ways that they used to make money. How you
Will,
think somebody could go through a whole month and let people diss them and don't even care? They at home like this. What he said? What?
I hear you.
And
I
people got their
do.
panties in a bunch.
No, listen, I already thought about that part of it, but
Not all of it, but the one that you thinking is so crazy is probably that. That's all I'm saying. Not all of it.
okay, all right, that's fair. That's fair. I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Okay,
It's not. It's not
because
against you though.
no,
It's
it's
not.
no,
It's
no,
me
no. We
trying.
talking.
Look, we work together, so I have to let you know. Like, don't feel no way to where now you don't even want to hear about it,
No,
cause then you
Will,
won't get a
I'm
laugh. You won't get a laugh, and then you won't be like, yo, they fooled me. All right,
no,
y'all,
no, no,
y'all
no,
got me.
no. Because what I'm gonna do that research that we spoke about, right? And I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna be like, okay, well, you was right about this, but I'm gonna also do the research on the other side too. And I'm gonna be like, all right, well, this is a polarizing take that I saw here. How do you feel about that? And we gonna
I
talk like
mean,
how we always do, and we
I
gonna
learned from
iron it
you too.
out.
Some of the stuff I didn't know about, like some of the stuff you said, I mentioned back to you to say what you said, and I use it in my take because I didn't know about it. Same thing you doing. You didn't know about this, and now use it in your take, and you saying you're gonna go research.
I am
Fine. And
because
you ask me
I
again
got to know.
why I pick 50. It's not the only reason about the hype music. You can't name one Papoose hook.
Will, come on, you.
No, don't say Will. Come on, that's you slick. See, you good. Ooh, you listen. Hold on, we about to get out of here. We've been here long enough. I'm gonna say
But you
this:
know,
whenever somebody answer that quick and they say Will, come on, or your name and come on that fast, that means they know they don't have an answer already.
it's
They ain't even
true.
think about it. They ain't even want to think about it because I said to my co-host that a song, and I didn't want to cut off. I wanted to finish that last part so she could hear me. A song is based upon a hook. Why? Because the hook is gonna be the only thing you can remember. That's why I said 50 hitting you with double entendres. A hook is the only thing you're gonna remember from a song. So if I hit you with a bunch of lyricals and then I ask somebody, I could ask her, give me a line. It's gonna be hard as hell because then she's gonna be like, oh, what song? And then I'm not gonna do that to my co-host. So that's why I said, give me a hook, and you can't. So, and I'm not saying from
I'm
his
throwing
last
up
song.
my glasses.
I'm saying ever. I'm saying ever. And when you can't give me one ever, it's over. It's a
You
wrap.
ain't right. You ain't right.
No, no,
You you ain't right. You
no, cause
ain't
you asked
right
me
at
twice, and I'm
all.
like, she wanna ask me again. All right, I'm gonna give her an answer she need. So she gonna ask me again after the club one was good enough because we
You
we
ain't
got our
right.
drinks and they put that. What song they gonna play in the club with Papoose? Now, granted, I'm in my Beamer leaning. That pap, that lyrical. Oh, you heard what he said? Yeah, I gave him his props. I said he might be more lyrical than Fifth. I gave, and that's a whole lot to say, goddamn, because the shit 50 be saying,
Let
and it
me go
ain't got to be
listen.
that smart. Because Papoose so damn smart, he said the alphabet backwards. These motherfuckers is dumb. This generation, they on too much drugs. They can't understand that shit, Pap.
They can't. And
You
that's
got
why
to
they were
dumb it
beating me
down.
up in the
That's
comments.
why
Because
Pap didn't go skyrocket. Niggas ain't got time to figure out a rhyme.
no. I said y'all don't know what hip hop is, but I
But
digress.
that's why I said you from the culture. You can't.
Yeah, I'm from the
You know
culture. Like
about shit they don't
I'm
know
from
about.
this.
But that
Like
last take made you take off your glasses. Good one. Good one. Let me give
good
myself
one.
some applause before I get out of here.
I'm gonna give you one too.
Good show. Great show. We'll how they said, we'll get them in the shorts. You know what I'm
We
saying?
will.
You
We
don't
will.
gotta watch us now. The whole thing is that when we have great conversation with not a lot of people watching us, and I know what great conversation is. I know when we go where we headed, they're gonna go back and watch a lot of our content, and they're gonna be like, "Damn, they been dropping good content," or "I wish I would have been," and they're gonna help us spread the word. So either way, working, and that's for information for anybody. That's motivation for anybody. If you're doing this, never get caught up into that. And that's why they show you when you watch them YouTube or they show you how to blow up your channel, how to break it up, and they still giving you credit When your shorts get hundreds of views, you still did good. So you don't gotta feel like your channel is not growing. So that's just to motivate anybody that feel like people don't want to support them. Just do your show and have a great conversation. Entertain your co-host and your co-host entertain you, and you know you putting out great content. We be doing shows and forgetting people in the comment section. And I want to say, part me, y'all, because I never did that before. So that just shows y'all I'm into the conversation and we having a good time. So I'm gonna make sure moving forward though, like today, y'all wasn't really here today. I posted one person, but moving forward, if you was here and I ain't post you, if you said something, I'm gonna be checking the chat. I think 2 shows I did a whole show and I didn't even check the chat because y'all don't really be here, and I don't really care if y'all not here, and we having a good conversation here, and the people is listening to it later, they watching back. So moving forward, I'm gonna check the chat. If y'all want to come, we gonna post y'all comments. We gonna interact with y'all. That's what this is supposed to be about, like we used to do. Where the people's at, y'all can pull up. We will be going back live again soon. So let's start interacting when we live. All right. If you was here and you pulled up, write something in the comments section. The rewatch crew, you know we got love for y'all too. All right, Chris, you got anything to say before we get out of here? Chris, that's great show. Our Knicks won, so we gonna sleep good, right?
That's right.
And your
I'm
mic was
I'm
clear.
gonna
It
sleep
was
great.
quiet over there. Oh my gosh, I should give you
It
some applause.
was.
Let me give her some applause for that. I'm like,
Ooh,
I'm
go
like,
me.
she did a
Go
good
me.
job.
Go me. Only
You
thing I
stood
want
in
to
the
say.
camera. You stood in the box. You wasn't leaning out. You was laughing a couple times. Like I'm like, come back. But go ahead. What you gonna say? What you gonna say?
Subscribe.
Subscribe. And you gotta start doing your own shorts too to tell
Subscribe.
them to subscribe because they want to hear what you think in your own little short. So I'm gonna make sure you get what you need to access so
So
you can
so
go in there and
listen.
make your own. So right now I'm gonna get out of
Yep.
here so we can do that.
So
All right.
Will gonna,
So
gonna he gonna do that for me. Subscribe, like, and share, and put on your
thanks for
notifications so
checking
that you
in.
know. And thank you for being here.
And thanks for checking in. Just say, let us know you here. If you was here and you ain't say nothing, at least we know you was here. You could say something, all right? All right, peace. Oh, don't forget the, come on, don't forget that.
I'm
Ah,
never gonna
we
forget
out of
it.
here. Can't forget
All
that.
right.
Peace.